I'm here today at Monton Football Club in Winton, and I'm delighted to say, I'm joined by Steve Murray, who's organising the 12th, is it? Festival?
It's the 12th year, but I think it's probably the 8th festival.
With the COVID.
Because of the COVID and a few other political dramas along the way, but we're back.
We're back and we're loud.
Yeah.
Now, I can't praise you highly enough. You've raised over, is it £350,000 for various charities through the George's Foundation. Could you just tell us some of the things where the money's gone?
It's spread around quite a bit. What we've tried to do is keep 50% of it local and 50% of it has gone overseas, mainly to Cambodia, because shortly after losing George, I went travelling. I think I've told you that before, and I saw a lot of poverty amongst kids, and Cambodia just drew me in through the soul, because they'd been through the killing field thing, hadn't they? And he was in a place, in a country there where every family was recovering like I was there to do. So I kind of got very attached with the place, and that's where the charity work first began. And I think the first trip we did a very small fundraiser. I had about £3 in my pocket from that, like secret millionaire apparently people told me. I went over looking for a project to work with, and I found a very, very worthwhile project. We still work with today.
You built a school there, haven't you?
We did build a school. That was a couple of years later on, once we started making bigger money. Originally, say the first fundraiser was a fundraiser. The first G Festival was in 2012, when they shifted the bank holiday back for the Platinum Jubilee. And that Monday was the 4th of June, and that would have been George's 21st birthday. And I'm a great believer in signs and destiny, hence driven by love, guided by angels. I decided that was a sign for me to do something a little bit bigger, so that's when G Festival was born, the same day as George, on the 4th of June.
Really touched by that, Steve. And people have said to me, oh, this money, where's it going? I said, well, there's Romania, there's Salford, and I said,
there's an awful lot in Salford. We make sure half of it stays in Salford. The reason,
it does stay in Salford, a lot of the money.
It does, and we want to make sure that it does. The thing is, you can help a lot more kids overseas with a lot less money, but Salford is where we live, and that's where people earn the money. So we run a school uniform project, which we give away hundreds of uniforms every year. We work alongside Salford Council with that. We work with an outfit called Life Centre in Salford. I don't know if you've come across them. They're involved in general sort of family support, really, and we support their breakfast club and the Holiday Hunger Club and various other little things they get involved in. We also help a lot of individual families. We promoted one particular young girl called Heidi Lou with cerebral palsy, who's a lot of people with cerebral palsy get a big payout because it's very often like a medical negligence. It's a lack of oxygen at birth, isn't it? But in Heidi Lou's case, she didn't get that, so we support all her physiotherapy, which is hundreds and hundreds a month. So we've been doing that for 5 years. There's been several little incidents where people just needed a little bit of support. We've helped out. And there's a big new case that's on social media now called Harper's Army. I don't know if you've come across that. The young girl with the eye cancer. And we're going to donate some of the money from G-Fest to that. And we're going to plan a fundraiser specifically for Harper later in the year, whether that may be at the Waterside or something like that. So just a scaled down G-Fest. It's what we know how to do now. We know we can raise money, and at that event, that will be specifically for Harper, and hopefully we'll be coming in raising 10 to 15 grand at that. But we'll give what we can from this, but we've also got to support our ongoing and original project from
I keep saying, I'm touched, David. It's like talking to a saint, this. It's really bizarre. I've not mentioned his rock and roll lifestyle yet, about the fast cars and touring Japan and the women, but we'll get back to that. We're here today to talk about G-Fest. Tell us what we can expect.
Yeah, well, it's going to be the biggest G-Fest yet. It started off as a dream to become what hopefully it will be on Saturday. For the first time ever, we've got a proper headline band. We've got the Lightning Seeds coming in. The idea behind that was G-Fest is coming home for the first time in 5 years, and it's one of Lightning Seeds' big songs, but it's not their own song at all. They've got like Pure, they've got Life of Riley, they've got Oh Lucky You, massive summer hits over and over. So it's going to be an incredible night with those guys, but we're sticking to a little bit of the original format, having a couple of tribute bands on, Oasis, Stone Roses, Classic Manchester. Mike Sweeney will be here to introduce a little bit of Classic Manchester, being, well, Salford Manchester lad himself. And of course we'll have a second stage where there's so many of the young bands that have joined us early doors now, probably 15 or 16-year-old, and now some of the main bands around the pub circuit now, the likes of Moon Candy, Inner Light, people
There's
like
a
that.
band playing called Censored.
Okay, yeah,
Now,
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
them last year at Earlham Live.
Oh, the sensational,
They were
yeah.
brilliant. They do a
Yeah,
lot of early
yeah.
60s Jam, The Who,
They
covers,
do,
Small Faces.
they do.
I think they got that from the dad. He was in the band, wasn't he?
Well, exactly, and it's a bit of a return of favour because Scott,
Yeah.
aka Small Weller, did do
Weller.
did do G-Fest with us. Did a brilliant job at a knockdown prize. And when I saw Sensor, I thought, wow, these are good.
Yes,
And I could
straight
kind
away.
of tell by the mannerisms of the singer.
Yeah, they've
that's
got
got to be
cocky attitude,
and that's
yeah.
got to be flipping Small Weller's lad. and next minute Scott turned up, and indeed it was. So yeah, they're on the main stage at
Right.
around 2 o'clock.
So apart from the music, we've got a fun fair, Henry Hills.
Yeah.
Northern, there's one fun fair.
We're looking forward to that. It's something I've always wanted at G-Fest was a big fun fair to make it a carnival. At the other venue, we just didn't have the space to do that. You know, we managed to get a few inflatables and a few things on, but always wanted a
Full
big
on.
fair and a carnival. And Henry's been really supportive and,
Yeah, nice
and
bloke,
got
Henry.
involved. He's a top bloke.
Yeah.
He's got a few
A
stories to
character.
tell.
A character, Henry, that's all we'll
But
say.
yeah, he's a top guy. And
We've got
we're looking forward
food.
to having that. Yeah, get lots of different food. We've got the standard food, you know, the fair food, but obviously we're called George's Children's World, so we've got foods from around the world here. We'll have Caribbean here, we'll have Thai here, we'll have Mr. D's, I think you know him.
Yeah,
feed.
Nichols,
He'll be
yeah.
doing his loaded fries, which are sensational. And yeah, there'll be half a dozen world food wagons and some standard fare as
Did
well.
you say not the beer company?
Well, we've got the Waterside at Monton are working the bars, looking after the bars for us. They're very close friends of mine, so they're basically putting the bars together for us and looking after us, and that is a gesture as friends from them to us. So it's not a profit thing from the Waterside. We're close friends, and they've offered to get involved and run that. And we've got the Brewdog truck coming down as well, so we'll have a little bit of IPA and craft beer going on alongside the main things, and we'll include as much as we can on the bars. It's not going to be. We have got frozen cocktails, and we have got your gin and tonics and Jack Daniels and lots of draft beers and all that. So there's plenty going on. You know,
It's a family thing, isn't it?
it
as
is.
well?
It
That's
is.
what
It is.
we want.
We very much want to attract families. So when we did the last allocation of tickets, we increased the price up to 25 quid, which I think is still huge value for what we're offering. If you want to see Lightning Seeds alone, it'd be £45 for a ticket.
True.
So, but when we did that, we decided not to increase the family ticket. We kept that at 50 quid, which basically means all kids are coming free. We're just
exactly,
really charging for adults, and we've got George's 2 schools on board, which is Broadoak and Bridgewater, and we've invited a few of the others to get involved and offered under 11s free tickets to everybody. You know, so
Is the ticket still available?
there are tickets still available. It's moving very, very quickly.
We'll go away here now. Where can they get them from?
They're going to have to go because the link would be too long to read out. So basically, if you go onto Facebook, G-Festival, and it'll come up G Festival, a celebration of life. We're posting every single day, so you'll find a link there. I think I've pinned one to the top of the page if I've learned how to do that properly.
uncanny. Yeah.
But that's where the tickets are. There's adverts going on Instagram, and we are hitting it every day. So you should be able to find tickets. There will be some availability on the day, possibly, but we can't guarantee that.
So get them in advance.
So get them in advance, because on the day it would be a bit risky, and we'd have to charge a little bit of a premium on the day. And it would
Is
be
there a
£30.
drop-off zone as well?
Yeah, because of where we are, we're on a main road, which is quite narrow. It's very busy. There is no parking on here, unfortunately. So what we decided to do was use the space as a drop-off zone. So people, if you're getting a lift down, onto the drop-off zone, taxis, get on, get off as quick as you can.
It's a 2-minute walk, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a local festival, so hopefully most people, within a mile, we're taking in pretty much Worsley, touching Swinton, Walkden, Monton.
Yeah.
So it's a place where you want to walk to. You want to come and have a drink. What do you want to bring your car for? So
Exactly.
please, there is no official parking, so let's try not to annoy the neighbours, and we'll if everybody walks down or uses taxis, that'll be great.
Also, the day after, you've got a charity football match.
We have, it's something that the club do every year. I think there's a few Coronation Street stars involved. Occasionally they get an ex-pro, Paul Scholes sometimes down here, Dennis Irwin. I think sometimes Mike Sweeney, if he's still fit enough, might turn up.
Will Tony Steenson be here?
Tony Steenson will be here, he'll be running it, and it's pretty much the club's thing, but we decided because we were doing a charity festival, we'd make it a charity weekend and see how that works. So so It's a coin in Brody's face. Football is also coming home.
home.
We'll have football on
yeah.
here, and obviously I'm a United fan, but the treble came home too, didn't it? You know,
it
it's
rained on
yeah.
it.
So
The Portents, the Omens are good, aren't they?
well, yeah,
weather's gonna be
yeah.
good.
I'm very pleased about the weather situation because
yeah.
that is a big stress. And
Last night I was a bit worried, but
Yeah,
no, looking
geez.
round, it's beautiful. Beautiful setting.
yeah.
Please come down, support Steve, have a great day out, bring the family. You're in for a great day. Everything's catered for you. Your food, your drink, your music, the fun fair, everything. Come down and support Steve. He's a lovely chap. MBE for this man, I say. Honestly, I do. Hope he sends it back. No,
I'll
he's
just
a
be
great
happy with a
man.
nice big crowd.
We'll get that. So please come
Thank
down
you.
and see us. Cheers.